Hi, it's Anne here, and today's video is my second update for the Deck of Panning project for 2024. So I am filming this a little early. I'm not sure if it's too early. It just dawned on me. I'm a little rusty at this project. Just dawned on me that I don't know if she's updated, she being Emily, the score, like the board, because I know the board changes every month. But we're going to use whatever board is up. So it could be last month's board, might be the new board. I missed last month's update, so it doesn't really matter. So as I said, a little rusty on this project. We're gonna reset. This is a fresh start. It's like the first round never happened for me. Well, it did. It kind of went sideways. Like I said, I skipped a month. So I did a round, pulled back on my picks, skipped a month, and now we're back. So I think it doesn't really matter. I'm going to quickly recap the stuff that I had in the project, how it went. I don't remember what the actual cards were, and then we'll just pick some new cards with the current board that's up there, and let's hope it doesn't go so bad. I know last time, or the first time, I ended up getting like the extra card right away, and I was like, uh-oh. And I think it was like almost like it psyched me out. It was a little bit of a mental, and I don't know. Anyway, so I have my like little piece of paper here with my counts. And the first item on my list was the Too Faced Killer Liner in Killer Sapphire. It's a nice like deep blue. Like it's blue, but it's dark, so it's not like, it's kind of one of those, like, you have to really look at it to see that it's a blue eyeliner. I do really like this, but for some reason this was supposed to be my easy one, and it took me forever, but I did use it for the 5 uses. I did end up crossing out the second thing that I had on the list, which was the Jewels and Gem palette from Odin's Eye. I have that in my No Pan Left Behind anyway, so I'm not too worried about that. It's kind of like, I really didn't think about that very well, so that was my own fault. What I should have done, hindsight, what I should have done was I should have just picked like a shade or two to use a certain number of times out of that palette instead of like the whole palette. That would have made it different from like the No Pan Left Behind. The third item I have here is the Kaja Moon Crystal in, I think this one's in Mythical. It's one of the shades I have on my eyes today. It's like the main lid shade that I have, that brighter purple. I said 6 uses. I used it 5 times, but like I said, we're just gonna reset. I might have used it 6 times, but I definitely at least used it 5. I do really like this. It's really pretty. Like I said, interestingly enough, it does overlap with the shade that I have in the Carly Bible palette. But yeah, and this one I've talked about a number of times. It's more of a topper shade. The other shade I have in Luminary is definitely more of like opaque shade. The Ofra highlighter, this one was like the easiest one, which was bizarre, but it was the easiest one. It's the Ofra highlighter from the Samantha March collection. It's Start Inspired. I think the reason why this one was easier, I talked about this, it sort of filled a different desire compared to the other highlights that I had in my Project Pan and my Pan That palette. And this one I just really gravitated towards. I think, again, it was the pink. I do like a pink highlighter. And I was wearing it more often when I was filming. So, yeah. It's nice. It's a it's an Ofra highlighter. So it's very blingy. Like a very shiny. Actually, it doesn't look too bad in that swatch. But you can kind of see there. It's pretty metallic looking. And this one's really neat because you do have, like, the pink shade and the gold shade, so you could isolate and just use one or the other. I tend to just mix them together, and I feel like it gives you a nice champagne type color. I feel like it does lean a little bit more pink. I feel like the pink pulls more than the yellow, and that's probably why I like this one. Because if it was more yellow toned, I probably would not like it. Talked about that. Again, I'm cool undertone. I kind of prefer more pinky colors than yellow colors. It just suits me a little bit better. This one was kind of a fail, but not really, because it's like, I kind of don't want to use it too much. This is one of those things, it's like, there's not a lot of product in this. This is how much it's a mini, and it's like, why did I say I was going to use it so many times? So it's the Caviar Stick from Laura Mercier in Moonlight. Let's just swatch this one too. And really beautiful metallic shade. So it is kind of, maybe not a day-to-day kind of thing, but the thing that does make it day-to-day is it's long wearing. Like when you put this on, it stays put. But yeah, it's like a mini, and it's fairly new to me, so why would I like want to try and rush through finishing this? I don't know. I had a lot of uses. I think I said 20 or 18 or something. Knocked it down to 10. Ended up using it 7. It might have been 8. because I did take this when I was away, and I did use it a couple times when I was away on vacation, so I feel like I maybe missed marking, probably did miss marking 1 or 2 uses down on that. But yeah, I really enjoy this, but to put it in a panning project, not really a great idea right now. Like I said, it's new. I don't want to rush through it. And then the last item was a lipstick in Pink Lily. I forget the name of the brand of this, but this was from the dollar store. And I said 6 uses. I used it 5. The one thing that made this a little tricky was it didn't go well with a lot of my... don't lick, no. He's trying to eat the cards. It doesn't go well with a lot of like cooler tone eye looks. It ended up being a little bit more warmer than I anticipated, I guess. Yeah, you can kind of see there. It's a little bit more warm. The good thing with this one, how I ended up using it, was it sort of like can work as a lip tint and you can mix it with other colors. So that's how I used it. I sort of like blotted it and mixed it with other colors. Or if I put it on and let it sit, it actually like tinted my lips a little bit. I don't know, that's a bonus side effect of this lipstick. But yeah, so I used it 5 times, not 6, but that's okay. We're going to roll it out and start fresh because I really need a fresh start with this project. Hopefully we can reset, get back on track, get back in the game. I have my deck of cards here. I was smart this time and I took out, there's 2 jokers in the deck. Last time I left the two jokers in. This time I took one of them out. So I only have the 1 joker in here. We're just gonna shuffle these. Now I gotta go find the board. I hope I saved the link to the board. But I also was smart this time. I've given myself some time. I'm not in a rush to film this video. I'm filming this actually, like I said, pretty early compared to the date of the update. So I'm not in a rush to pick items today. We'll pick what we pick, but we won't like feel like we're under pressure to pick things. If that makes sense. So let me just need to pause for a second, find the board, and then we'll pick our cards. Okay, let's give the cards a bit of shuffle here. I would do the I can't do this, I don't think, like without a table. Yeah, like my hands aren't big enough, but I can do it on a table. If you could see it, and you can hear it. Got them shuffled, got them in there. Shoved together. Okay, let's give them a bit of a shuffle. Let's pick 5 cards. Maybe let's do it randomly. Let's do this. Oh, I just looked at the bottom card. I need to randomly. So there's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. And there's 5. Okay, so we've got 5 cards. Let's hope none of them is a pickup 2, because that's what happened last time. If it is, we're just going to call a mulligan and do it again. So, first card, 2 of spades. So 2 of spades is most recent purchase. Okay, so we'll go with 2 of spades for most recent purchase. The next card, 6 of clubs, which is focus. I don't know what that means. Focus. Focus! So I yell at my camera all the time. Focus! And sometimes myself. Focus. What is the description of focus? Reflect on the panning goals you set at the beginning of the year. So I didn't set any. Other than my project pan, which is the 24-24, and I don't want to overlap this. So I have to think about that. I don't know. I'm going to maybe just pick that as something that I just want to work on, maybe. I guess one of my panning goals this year was to pan a bit more. Last year I didn't really pan very much, finish things. This year I was trying to focus on finishing things. This year I am trying to focus on finishing things. Next card. Ooh, we got a red one. Jack. Cream or liquid product. Okay, this will be a bit of a challenge because it's going to overlap with my Partners in Cream project. And I don't want to sabotage that project because it's going well, so I have to figure out what I can pick that's different. Next card. 3 of spades. We've got a lot of spades here. Impulse. So that's probably an impulse purchase. Let's just see what the prompt says. Impulse. An impulse or emergency purchase. Prompt from Sarah Kelly. Thank you, Sarah Kelly. I have to think about that. And then my last card. 8 of clubs. We'd like lots of clubs and spades. 2 clubs, 2 spades. So 8 of clubs is... no pan left behind. Okay. I might... How do I do this and not... No pan left behind. You know what I'm going to do for this one? Because I have my no pan left behind eyeshadow project, I'm going to use a face palette for the no pan left behind. I think that's what I'm going to do. That makes it a little easier because it's probably going to be small. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're probably going to pick a face palette or a small, like, I know it sounds maybe like cheating, but a quad. Just because I already have my no pan left behind project, which is already a bit of a monster of a project. These are my 5 cards. I'm going to try and keep them in order this time and actually write down what the cards were and then pick my items and then we'll come back. This guy's all settled now, so he's like, oh. As soon as I get up, he's going to be like, oh, you got up again. I got to follow you. Anybody else have dogs or cats like that? You, like, don't want to get up and move around because, like, once they settle and they're sleeping, you're like, oh, you're all settled and sleeping. And you're like, oh, but if I get up and move, they're going to, like, get up and follow me around and be, like, all agitated again. Anyway, tangent. Let's pick some things and come back. I don't know if he's done. Nope. You done? You goofy. You goofy. Okay, I've picked my items. I think I'm good. I think I've done a good job. I have a little crazy monkey behind me right now. I don't know what he's doing. So, I've picked my items. I think we're in a good place. Unfortunately, it's going to be really hard for you to see it on my little sheet. It's actually kind of hard for me to read. I can't find the blue notes, like the blue paper. I only have the purple paper. Anyway, I've got everything listed here in order, I think. And I'm also picking up what Danny does on these instead of being super arbitrary with my numbers like I was at the beginning, which I still might be arbitrary with some of my numbers, but using some of the cards as like a guide for numbers. So the first one was the 2 of spades, and it was a recent item, and I talked about this. I did a whole video on it. The Sephora Fresh Face Kit, and this was in it. It's the Danessa Myrrh Exploring Balm, and I've only used it a few times. I want to use it a little bit more. It is 2, so the goal is just to use it twice, which I think is totally doable. Probably will use it more than that, but 2 times is what I need to use it for this project. So again, kind of making that my definitely an easy item. The next item was the focus, and it was talking about, so the card was the 6 of clubs, and it was a focus. So talking about what is your focus for your project panning goals for this year. And it's kind of stumped me a little because I know a lot of people here on YouTube do like plan to pan videos and things like that and the items that they want to pan for the year. I don't normally do that. I kind of do it as I go. But I did do an inventory video this year of like my hygiene products, and I realized that there is stuff in there that I want to use up. One specific thing being some mask items. Hi! And I pulled these out. I actually have 6 in total, but these I use like 2 uses out of each one, out of each little tube. They're kind of like a jelly formula. This is the Masquerade Pineapple Brightening Jelly Mask. There is some weird voodoo witch magic with this because right after you use it, your face is brighter, which is very unusual. But yeah, I have 6 left, but like I said, it takes 2 uses for me to finish out one of the little tubes. So I picked 3 just for this project. Again, trying to make it a little easy on myself because it is the 6 of clubs, so 6 uses. So this will be in total 6 uses once I use up all of these. Hopefully by next update, but I can see myself maybe getting 2 of these done and not having the other one done. I won't be too upset. As long as if I have 1 done by the next update, I'll be fine with that. I'll be happy with that. The next item was the Jack of Diamonds, and this was a creamer liquid product, and this one was kind of like, I was trying to think of stuff that's not gonna impact like my no pan left behind too much, my Partners in Cream project too much, and I decided to pick a lip product, which you'll be like, but that contradicts with your Fenty Gloss Bomb. I've got really good progress on my Fenty Gloss Bomb, so I'm not too worried about it. And I do want to play with this because I feel like I've barely used it. It's the, I don't even know what the actual product is called. It's the Surratt like lipstick lip gloss thing in, I think the shade's Paramore. It's a really pretty like light peachy color. I think it'll be really nice for spring. There it is on my hands there. And yeah, I just want to play with this. And because it's a jack, so like you have like the 10, jack, queen, king. The jack would be like number 11. So I put 11 uses. We'll see. I'm not married to that number. So if I decide to cut that back, I'll cut it back. Or if I decide that I want to keep going and do the full 11 uses, that's what I will do. But yeah, I want to play with this. This packaging, now that I'm in like the light, I didn't really notice this when I got this because it was like wintertime and it was dark. It's almost slightly like an oil slick. You can maybe see that on the camera. You can kind of see the green color, I think, on camera. No, everything's out of focus. Why am I out of focus? Focus! I yell at my camera all the time. Focus! I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can kind of see. See, it's like that greeny purple oil slick. That's really interesting. And then it fades down to like a matte, like the bottom half of the package where it says Surratt, which you can't really see because it's tone on tone. This is matte, and then it's like, yeah, that's a really, really interesting packaging, which I don't think I really noticed. I don't think. I was today years old when I noticed that. And I've had this since January, and I just really haven't used it. I haven't played, I will be honest, I have not played a whole lot with the stuff that I got in my lucky bag this year. It's just been one of those, like I said, years where things have been a little off for me. So we're going to try and do 11 uses on that. Impulse buy. So again, talked about this in my buys and buys. If you watched that video, this was a total impulse buy. It was like a total random, not even on my radar. I wasn't planning on buying it, and I just bought it anyway. It's the NYX Duck Plump in Mauve Out My Way, number 8. And yeah, I was in the store the other day kind of looking at the shades again, and the other shade, oh crap, I can't remember. It was like a nudies shade or something. They look very similar. This one was just a bit deeper and a bit more cool toned. But yeah, so sorry, the card for this one was the 3 of clubs, or yeah, 3 of spades, not clubs, the 3 of spades. So I'm going to use this 3 times, again, kind of making it maybe not too difficult on myself to use this product. I've already used it a fair amount of times. Like I kind of like playing with this one, but as I said in that video, it is very intense. Like it is burny. But I like the gloss. I wish what would make me like this more if it was half as burny, because I like the color. I do like a little bit of plumping. I do like it when my camera decides to focus and play nice. But there it is on my hand there. So yeah, it's a bit of a deeper color, but I feel like it works well for me. Let me just put it on right now. Doesn't go with this eyeshadow look at all, but let's just put it on right now. Let's just go burny. Yeah, you can see, I mean, I've kind of layered it over a few other things, but it doesn't go as deep on my lips as you think it will, if that makes sense. I find that it doesn't pull as deep on the actual lips. And then the last one was the 8 of clubs, which was no pan left behind. And this was like, oh, I don't want to do another eyeshadow palette. If I do, I'll do a quad. I decided not to do a quad. I decided to actually pull 2 palettes, because each palette duo, they're duos. There's only 2 items. And because it's the 8 of clubs, I want to use it 8 times. I'm not going to use each palette 8 times. I'm going to use, each shade is going to count as a use. So I'll basically use each palette twice. So it should be easy. And the reason why I picked these 2 palettes is because this one's like a blush with a blush topper. It's the e.l.f. Duo in Lychee. So I have not used this like in ages. It sort of gets lost in my collection. Sometimes I stick it with my face palette stuff and then I don't use it. And then I moved it over to my blushes and I still don't use it. I don't know what it is about this product. I like it. It just, whoa. You almost knocked it over. I don't know if you can see it there. There's a bit of a swatch on the side of my hand. Yeah, it just gets lost in my collection. It is a bit more of a summery type shade. But yeah, basically I just need to use each shade in here twice, and that'll be 4 uses. And then it kind of complements this, the Charlotte Tilbury palette. End of spectrum in terms of pricing, but this is a bronzer and highlight. So again, different kind of shades, shouldn't contradict too much. And again, it's only using each one 2 times. Where can I swatch this? So Let me show up on my arm. And this is nice and light. I can use it like this time of year. I feel like summertime, this one gets hard for me to use because it is pretty light. So I don't know if you can see it. I swatched it down here on my wrist. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So again, that will be for 8 uses, but really it's each palette twice, and each shade twice, and that will be my 8 uses. Oh, yeah, this is burning. It's burning. It's burning. I'm burning. Camera, why do you not want to focus on me today? Am I not pretty enough for you? Are my eyes not shiny enough for you? Maybe my eyes are too blinding. Maybe the eyeshadow is too blinding for the camera, and it can't figure things out. Anyway, I feel good about this. I think this is a good reset. I feel like this is achievable. I'm not sure if I'll finish everything by the next update, but I think at least 3 out of the 5 for sure we'll be done with, and then we can, you know, kind of use it as a rolling thing. I think just last time I got overwhelmed with this, and it was like, something has to give. It's this project. I just dropped this project. And then with everything else going on, especially with being sick, there wasn't real motivation to use these products over some of my like Project Pan products where I'm trying to like finish them. Like this project is just usage for me, playing with my collection, thinking about my collection in a bit of a different way. That's really the purpose for me for this project. So I'm feeling better, that I'm getting back on track, getting back in the game with you guys. I'm happy because I've always wanted to do this project, and I'm so disappointed in myself that I like failed right out the gate. Kind of blew it right away. But anyway, hopefully you can forgive me for that, and we're back on track. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, feel free to give it a little thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel here in Toronto, Canada. I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you sometime soon. Bye.